YouTube, welcome back to another video. We're still here in Cyprus. It's Monday, the 17th of November. What a weekend that was. Well, Saturday night, boxing, UFC, and pretty much, apart from that, just chilled out, to be fair, which was nice. But back, starting the week, full day of eating. Okay, obviously, I think out of all the pillars of achieving a physique that you want, nutrition is the one with probably the one that most people get confused with, or there's that much information out there, they're not sure what to do. We all know to go to the gym, how to train, there's so much out there. Nutrition's the same, but I'm going to show you how I'm going about structuring my nutrition. To give a reference, I'm currently aiming for around about 3,000 calories per day. So I'm in a small surplus, which is actually, it's probably more maintenance because out here my steps have been so high. However, at the weekend, I'll go and have a meal off plan. And if I'm noticing a drop off in performance or more expenditure than normal, I'm going to eat a little bit more food. It might be frozen yogurt eggs, for example. So I'm going to do a full day of eating. It's currently 8:30. In the mornings, I actually fast for a little bit. So I wake up, go down the front, grab a coffee, sit down for some work at 9, and I'll typically do probably 2 hours of work, and then I'll have something at 11 o'clock. So I'm going to show you what I get up to eating throughout the day, and obviously see how things go, and go from there. Okay, so it's now 11 o'clock. So a couple of hours of work. Obviously I have an iced Americano from Cafe Nero, which definitely helps suppress appetite. So I'm not really that hungry. However, I'm going to be going to the gym in the next hour or so. I'm going to do a full body session just because I'm travelling home this week. So I've got 2 days of travel. I fly back Wednesday, but then Thursday I've got to travel from Liverpool back down to Coventry. So that is why I'm changing the training split slightly. But meal number one, keep fairly light. I split it into 2 meals really. So I'm no Gordon Ramsay, and for those of you that have ever lived with me, know my eggs are awful, but I enjoy them. So we're going to do 4 whole eggs, some tomatoes, and some feta, which is unbelievable out here. And then in probably the next sort of 40 minutes, I'm going to have some bread, toast, and banana and honey for carbohydrates, obviously pre-gym. So fairly light. How I've been sort of spacing my meals out has been meals in the day, sort of light, especially around work, and then before the gym, I'm not a massive fan of being sort of really full, but then afterwards, I typically grab a protein shake, which you'll see, and then walk down the front, and then come back and have a big post-workout meal, which is like probably 1,100 calories, 1,200 calories. So splitting it up, try not to burn the house. Yeah, I don't know if you can see, but that's not awful, but it does the job. So meal one, well, part one of meal one. Okay, this actually might be the worst looking eggs you could probably do. So 4 eggs, some feta and tomato, but there is just zero presentation and zero cares about the taste really. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'll eat it and it does the job, but I just can't be bothered spending ages trying to scramble eggs. I just don't see the point. So it all goes in, and as long as it digests well, I'm happy. So eat this, a little bit of work, pre-workout meal, head to the gym. Okay, so that is the gym session ticked off. Full body push, leg extensions, leg press, flat dumbbell press, dips, lateral raises, tricep extensions, literally in there within an hour, which was great. Trying to keep the sessions around the hour mark here, just getting training done. Nothing to sort of sing and dance about. The gym's okay. Atmosphere's a bit meh. It's not like a place. Whereas before in the UK, training, that's one thing I've missed, is the gyms back home. Like just the equipment, and just, I don't know, there's something about going to the gym in the UK, it's just a little bit pre-workout, some music. Whereas here, it's just, I don't know, it's just a bit flat, but got it done. Like I said before, I had my eggs, tomatoes, some feta, then had 2 slices of wholemeal bread with some honey and banana, and then post-workout. So what I like to do, because it's now 1:45, I'm going to take this with me, which is a protein shake, 26 grams of protein in total, but there's a big but here. Okay, it also contains where is it? Carbohydrates, 5 times 5. So it's also got 28 grams of carbs in. So there are carbs in here. Be careful though, if you are just trying to get a protein shake, say your calories are low, be careful of these because they normally do contain more calories and carbohydrates specifically than you may think. Whereas if you just make your own protein shake, you know what's going in there. However, I've just got no protein powder and I go past the shop, say hello to my friend who's from Ukraine and grab one of these. So reasons why, grab it. I'm not that hungry. I'm in the heat. I've just trained a bit. So I want something easy to digest. So I'll go for a walk now. Take this with me. Pretty much after every gym session, I head down the front for about an hour's walk. So it's 1:45, so I'll be back for about 3 o'clock, shower, and then I'll crack on with some more work this afternoon. So I like to just have something simple like this I can have it on the go, and then when I come back from my walk is when I'll make a more of a larger meal, which is going to be chicken and pasta, and then I'll have an evening meal, which will be, not too sure. We'll have to wait and see. I'll probably need to go to the shop on the way back and grab some bits. So that's where we're at. But yeah, going to go for a walk now. Steps out here have been like 15 to 20,000 really easily, which is great. So expenditure's high, keeping things in check. And like I say, it allows me a little treat here or there if I want to. If I want a protein bar, I'll grab a protein bar, or I don't really treat myself all that often. I'm just going with foods that you'll see later. Foods that are high in calories, low in volume, as they're going to be the best bang for buck when we're looking sort of getting calories in, which is the main aim. We're in a surplus. So, yeah, really good session. I'm going to put on a photo of me when I was here in April, to me compared now, and you'll see the difference in terms of physique. Obviously, I'm a lot leaner from April. In April, but my main focus then was endurance, whereas if you look at the photo now, I'm around about 6 kilos heavier with the main focus of strength and adding as much muscle as possible. So one thing to take from that is you need to have a phase, like whatever your phase is, you want to fully commit to it. Because otherwise, if you're trying to get better at your endurance and your strength, both at the same time, you're going to hit plateau, okay? You're going to hit burnout. So what you want to be doing is 70% on one, 30% on the other, for example. So back in April, it was 70% running, and then 30% gym, 2-3 gym sessions, 3 to 4 runs. Whereas with my current training block, it is 3 to 4 gym sessions, 1 run, and then some other form of low intensity cardio. So you can see the difference in physique and body composition. Yes, granted now I'm a little bit more fluffy, holding on to a little bit more body fat. I'm nowhere near as lean, but strength through the roof, overall energy is through the roof, and productivity, focus, etc. is a lot higher because I'm not constantly fatigued. Because when you're running like 75k a week, which I was doing, that takes a lot out of you. So that is where we're at now. Go out now for a walk. The tan is not really that great considering I've been here now for 2 weeks, but it's not really tanning weather. So go and enjoy a bit of sun down the front. Although, saying that, look at that, this cloud. I don't know if it's picking it, I'm hoping it's picking it up, but can you see that? Hopefully I don't get caught in the rain. So, go make the most of it. See you for lunch later on. Okay, we're back. Little walk down the shop. Gone very overcast, which is not ideal, but got some bits. I tell you what, food ain't half expensive, but especially when it's healthy. Anyway, chicken is part 1. That fridge is going to close. Tagliatelle pasta, part 2. And then the goat of getting calories in, which I used to think was for extraterrestrials. Pesto. Okay, literally 150, 200 calories without anything really. I'm also going to throw some tomatoes in there. Obviously you've got the olive oil that I used to cook the chicken in. So this meal is at least 1,000 calories, I would say. Obviously chicken breast wise, these are some big breasts. I'll grow up one day. So I'm going to have one of these, pasta, as you can see, in the bowl. Just boiled the kettle for, cook the chicken, put it all together, add the pesto, tomatoes, bit of salt, pink Himalayan salt, and that is going to be lunch at 3 p.m. You'll see later on that I'll eat again at about 6:30, 7. Just going to be chicken and veg, just some micronutrients, obviously some more protein, and then what I'll do is I'll have a yogurt bowl with some fruit in. I've also picked up some rice cakes. I've had 3 of these. Again, these are pretty decent calorie-wise. Per rice cake, or per 100 grams, which is all of them, are 460 calories. And I've had half, so 230 calories of rice cakes, which are 31 grams carbohydrate. So it does add up over time. I think it could just be obviously knowing what to eat, etc. So I'm going to whip this all up, sit and watch some education, which is all about coaching runners on the Movement Blueprint. I tell you what a fanboy I am. I've got Movement Blueprint top on, and I'm sat.
It's the rib cage moving, and actually transfers into running, believe it or not.
Watching the running new resource. So, I'll have that, sit down, watch that, make some notes, do a little bit of more work, nothing too strenuous, and yeah, see what the rest of the day brings. But normally by 5:30, 6, I'm pretty much done for the day. So I'll go for another walk, come back, chill out, and I'm in bed by 9. So there we are. But I've done a day in the life. This is all about eating, nutrition, easy 1,000 calories going in, pasta, chicken, pesto, bosh. And here we have it, people. We've got tagliatelle pasta, we've got some chicken, look at that light. Chicken, tagliatelle pasta, some tomatoes, bit of pesto, 1,000 calories, nice and easy. Happy days, bosh. We are back, people. Going for meal number 3, sort of 3 or 4, depends what you want to class that protein shake as. And this might be the driest meal I've ever had. And for being completely honest, I'm not really that hungry. But it's just gone 7:05, and I like to get my last meal in at least 2 hours before bed. So I'll be going to bed about 9:30, 9:45 at the latest. So I don't want to be eating food ridiculously late. So we've got, I won't show you it because it just looks awful, but we've got mixed veg, which is carrots, broccoli, cauliflower, hot water, and warm that up, well, cook it, and then I've got some chicken. So keeping it nice and light, because ultimately, I'm going to have my Greek yogurt after this with some banana, some fruit, some honey, and also those rice cakes. I had the other 3, so I had 6 rice cakes, which is like 450 calories. However, I have done 18,500 steps today, trained, so I've got to take that into account. Now, I haven't got any weighing scales here, so I don't know how body weight is, but just trying to get as much food in as I can. Appetite does drop in the heat, it always does. So meal 4 is going to be chicken and veg, have a shower, chill out, and then I'm going to do myself Greek yogurt with some fruit, blueberries, banana, honey. That'll be pretty much job done. I'll wrap up the video, wrap up the macros as well, and get my head down because I am tired. And this is the final consumption of calories for the day. So, final meal. We've got 2% Greek yogurt, a little bit higher in fat, a little bit higher in calories. Again, going with foods that are high in calories, low in volume. I could have gone for the 0% fat, but 2% more calories, you get the gist. 1 banana, some blueberries, a little bit of honey. So we've got protein, carbohydrates, micronutrients again. So overall, a staple of mine. This is brilliant if you're trying to get calories in. You could even add like almond butter, dark chocolate, I've just not got any. Or if you're someone who is dieting, get the 0% fat, get some blueberries, maybe swap the banana for some raspberries, a little bit of honey. You've got a great sweet treat for like 250 calories with a load of protein in. I would even sometimes put protein powder in the yogurt and mix it together. But again, I haven't got any protein powder, and I've already had a protein shake today, so I don't want to use that too much. But there we have it, a full day of eating. Like I say, at the moment I am in a strength block, so looking to gain some muscle over this winter. Hopefully we're doing a decent job, because I just spent the majority of the last 18 months training for endurance. So I want to get bigger and stronger, which means eating more food. So this is how I go about it. As you can see, meal 1, we had some eggs, feta cheese, tomatoes, a bit of banana and some toast before I went for the gym. Protein shake after the gym, and then after the gym, big meal, chicken, tagliatelle, some pesto, and then this evening, chicken again, veg, and then this to finish things off. So from my calculations, we're looking at around about 3,000 calories, around about 170 grams of protein, according to my fitness pal. I don't use my Fitbit all the time. I have today just for the benefit of this video. However, I eat very similar, so I don't really see a need to sort of change things too much. So we've got 170 grams of protein. We've got 350 grams of carbohydrates, and then we've got 75 grams of fats. So roughly around about 2,890. But that doesn't include the extra 30 grams of rice cakes, 30 grams of carbs from the rice cakes. So we're looking at about 3,000. So again, easily done. I don't know how this is affecting body weight, but I'm feeling strong in the gym, so performance is going up. Water, 3 litres a day, so 2 of these, easily done. I go through probably one in the gym. I'll probably go through another one throughout the day, and maybe even a little bit more. So nice and easy, a good way of keeping water intake in. So that's where we are at. Now, the gaining phase I'm in, I'm going to look to continue with this probably until February. That was the original date, so that gives me all of September, October, November, December, January, February. Give me 6 months of sort of growing lean muscle mass. And then what I'm going to look to do is diet down for the summer, and then look to do some events of some sort. However, that may not be the case with a few bits going on moving forward. I might not be able to commit to something fully because of commitments with work going forward. More will be made of that once everything's sort of confirmed. But I am heading out to Saudi Arabia to go and live over there, and go and work over there as well. So I'm going to do a full video on that, but part of the role I will be, doing a lot of travel with work, so I wouldn't be able to commit to something like as big maybe as like an Ironman 70.3 because I might be away for a week, come back for a few days, etc, etc. I'm going to see and talk through that in a full-on different video. This is all about full day of eating. I'm going to sit and enjoy this. I'm going to then sit on the sofa, chill out, have a shower, and get an early night. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a like, subscribe, and I will see you on the next one.